Every transformation begins within. The outer world you see is nothing more than a mirror of the inner world you carry. Most people live their entire lives believing that life happens to them, never realizing that every thought, every emotion, and every belief is broadcasting a frequency that shapes their experience. The law of inner causation states that your internal state is the seed of every external result. When you wake up feeling rushed, worried, or unworthy, that emotional signature becomes your order to the universe. You begin to meet situations that match the vibration you send, but the moment you choose to become aware of this law, everything shifts. You no longer react out of old emotions, you start creating from consciousness. That is where true power begins. Your mind is not an observer of circumstances, it is the generator of them. To change your life, you must first change the signals you radiate. When you step into a new emotional frequency, gratitude, empowerment, possibility, you initiate a new cause. And a new cause must create a new effect. The law never fails. The world does not change first, you do. And the moment you shift internally, reality reorganizes itself to match the new you. Your brain does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you physically experience. This is why mental rehearsal is one of the most transformative tools available to you. When you close your eyes and rehearse a new version of yourself, confident, healthy, abundant, fulfilled, you are training your brain to become familiar with a future that has not yet happened. You are installing a new neurological blueprint. Most people rehearse their limitations. They rehearse their stressful conversations. They rehearse memories of pain or failure, and then they wonder why the future repeats the past. But when you understand that your mind is an instrument of creation, you begin to use it deliberately. You rehearse the life you desire until your brain believes it is already real. When your thoughts and emotions fuse with the picture of your future, you activate the law. What you repeatedly fire, you wire. Your brain begins to reorganize itself to match the new image, and when the mind has rehearsed the future enough times, the body follows. Your actions align, your habits shift, your identity evolves. Mental rehearsal is the doorway through which the future enters the present. You cannot create a new life with the emotions of the old self. Every emotion carries a frequency. Fear contracts you. Doubt weakens you. Shame collapses your energy field. And no matter how hard you try to think positively, if your body is anchored in negative emotions, the signal you send is mixed, distorted, and weak. Emotional alignment means embodying the feelings of your desired future before it arrives. You don't become successful and then feel worthy. You feel worthy and then success finds you. You don't heal and then feel grateful. You feel grateful and then healing begins. Emotions are the magnet that draws reality to you. When your emotional signature finally matches the frequency of the future you seek, the law responds. People show up, opportunities open, circumstances shift. This is not magic, it is alignment. You cannot broadcast stress and attract abundance. You cannot radiate fear and manifest love. You become a match for what you repeatedly feel. Transform your emotions and you transform your destiny. Your attention is the most powerful currency you possess. Whatever you consistently focus on expands. But most people allow their attention to be hijacked by old memories, familiar problems, and habitual patterns. They keep energizing what they claim they want to escape. Elevated focus means redirecting your attention from the known past to the unknown future, from survival to creation, from limitations to possibilities. When you focus on a future vision with clarity and intention, you activate neural pathways correlated with that outcome. You begin to prime your subconscious to look for synchronicities that align with your desired reality. This is how you become the architect of your destiny. You stop feeding your energy into what drains you, and you begin feeding the future self you want to become. Over time, your focus becomes a laser, a concentrated beam of intention that pierces through doubt, distraction, and old identity. And a mind that is focused on the future cannot be imprisoned by the past. Every breakthrough requires the death of an old identity. You cannot hold on to the self that created your current life and expect a new one to emerge. Your identity is not fixed. It is a construct woven from habits, beliefs, and emotional patterns. The law of identity revision says that the moment you choose to think, feel, and act differently, you begin rewriting who you are. You stop saying, "I am not confident," "I am unlucky," or "I am not enough." Those statements anchor you to versions of yourself that no longer serve your evolution. Instead, you declare a new identity through consistent behavior. "I am becoming powerful, I am becoming capable, I am becoming aligned." Identity is not changed by wishing, it is changed by repetition. You decide who you are becoming, and you show up as that version every day until your nervous system recognizes it as the new normal. Creation requires release. Many people block their manifestations because they are trying too hard, gripping too tightly, and forcing outcomes out of fear. Energetic detachment does not mean indifference. It means trust. It means doing your inner work: clarity, intention, rehearsal, alignment, and then stepping aside so the universe can orchestrate the details. When you detach, your energy expands, your field becomes open, receptive, magnetic. You stop sending out signals of desperation, and you begin emitting signals of certainty. The law responds not to wanting, but to being. When you embody the state of having already received, you no longer chase outcomes. They gravitate toward you. Letting go is not weakness, it is profound power. It signals that you trust the process, trust the timing, and trust the intelligence that governs all creation. Transformation is not a single moment. It is a daily choice. The law of consistent becoming reminds you that your future is shaped not by occasional inspiration, but by aligned repetition. Every day you decide who you are. Every day you show up either as the old self or the future self. Small, consistent actions accumulate into monumental outcomes. One meditation won't change your life, but 1,000 will. One moment of gratitude won't rewire your brain, but practicing it every morning will reshape your emotional baseline. One act of courage won't rewrite your identity, but choosing courage daily will. Consistency signals commitment. And commitment activates the law, because the universe responds to coherence when your thoughts, emotions, and actions align over time. You don't become extraordinary overnight. You become extraordinary through the daily devotion of becoming the person your future requires. When you finally understand the most powerful law that can change your entire life, you realize it was never something outside of you. It was never luck, circumstance, or chance. It was always your inner world, your thoughts, your emotions, your focus, your identity, your energy, quietly shaping every experience you attract. The moment you choose to become conscious of this law, you stop living as a victim of the past and begin living as the creator of the future. You start aligning your mind with your vision, your emotions with your desires, and your actions with the self you are becoming. And slowly, you discover a truth that liberates you. Life does not respond to who you were. It responds to who you decide to be now. When you rehearse your future, feel it before it arrives, act like it is already real, and trust in the unseen, you open the door for the extraordinary. You step into a world where your inner transformation becomes the blueprint of your external reality. This is the moment your life begins to reshape itself, not by force, but by alignment, not by struggle, but by coherence. And when you live by this law daily, consistently, wholeheartedly, you don't just change your life. You elevate it beyond anything you once thought possible.